What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully, you had a good day. I definitely did. Really chill day, and I'm very happy to cap it off with my guest tonight, Phil Stallworth, aka Puffie. I met this gentleman at a local lab, and we just hit it off. I think because I was doing this crazy extensive lab testing, which we'll go into more detail later on about, and he was just like, "What are you doing?" And we just started talking about things, and I discovered that he's one half of the Dope Thoughtz podcast, him and his wife, and he's a huge supporter of natural medicine. If you look on his profile, this dude's a double major at Alfred University and just an overall amazing human being. So I'm very excited to share tonight's show with y'all. Share if you're enjoying it, and let's freaking go.
Wait, what? What am I doing? Created a movement, won't ruin what you are pursuing. But I wake up every morning, never yawning, cause I wake up with the intent to make the day my bitch. And I don't need to hear you talking, so just shut your lips. Cause I'ma make it, yeah, I'ma make it, I'ma make it, I'ma make it. Lord have mercy, I'ma make it. I wake up with the intent to make the day my bitch. And I don't need to hear you talking, so just shut your lips. I'ma make it, yeah, I'ma make it, I'ma make it, I'ma make it. Lord have mercy, I'ma make it up. This shit is crazy, right? This shit is crazy.
Oh man. Oh man. What a freaking crazy year we've had, dude. I was just thinking, I haven't seen you in almost a solid year now.
Dude, you've been telling me you were gonna come by at one point. You were like, "Hey, dude, I got some samples for you," and I was like, "All right, dude, whenever you're ready, come on by." And I'm like, "Yo, wait a minute."
Yep. Yeah, we ended up a bunch of shit happened, man. Like I gotta hit you up on that side too. I gotta drop off some samples. I got like 10, I think I gotta drop off.
Oh,
And yeah, so I had to go and start a whole new company and everything. Like me and my partner kind of just had a huge disagreement and couldn't get past it, so we just kind of dissolved the business and moved on. And so it's been freaking crazy, like just selling out of the old product that we had that was tested still, and then now I got to get into some of the newer tested products. It's been an insane year.
But the thing is, like you said, it was necessary. With all these things, there comes good growth. Like that's what it really comes down to. If it's gonna better both of you guys at the end of the day, then do what you got to do.
Yep.
Like we went through the similar thing with our business right before COVID, so like I know how it is, especially like when you start something and you think the two people you vibing, vibrations,
Hmm.
everything is okay, and then when things start to get rocky and shaky, or when things just start to get stressful, you just realize like maybe this isn't the person that I should be doing this with.
Exactly.
Or people just go apart. There's nothing wrong with that.
And that's literally what it is. And for a couple months, it gets tense, and especially as like two men, you just like, you want to like attack each other, and then you calm down and you're like, you
What are we
know,
fighting over? Like
yeah,
we just
like,
want to make money. We want to make money. We want to heal people. We want to be happy.
hmm.
We can do this separately. We can still be friends. That's all it is.
Yeah, I had to swallow a lot of pride just because of, customer and employee benefits. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about me at all. Like I had to be very upfront with my employees and be like, look, things are changing. And I had to kind of explain what's going on in not too deep type of way, just so it's like they're not too
The legal
worried.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
No,
it
but my thing is honestly, I respect you for doing that as a leader. Not gonna lie to you, bro. Because me becoming like an entrepreneur, me and my wife starting our business, these difficult conversations, they never get easier. They actually get harder when there's more money, when there's relationships, when you really care about people, and
when
especially
there's a
when you have
pandemic,
say it again.
when there's a pandemic.
Exactly. On top of everything else, it's just so much shit. And then it's like, dude, like I respect that you looked out for your people, because like again, like especially right now, everybody's trying to protect their own neck, watch out for themselves, watch out
Hmm.
for their immediate circle. It's hard to step and put yourself on the line for somebody else, but like I appreciate you for doing that. And thank you, man, because that takes a lot of pride, dude. Like putting you, like sacrificing you for everybody else, dude. That's some superhero shit, bro.
They've sacrificed a lot for me too, so I kind of feel like I owe them. Like my employees, especially like Amanda and Jess, when they've been working with me for over a year, and they were with me when I was paying them under the table. You know, like they were with me when we weren't even really a thing. We were just kind of like we were trying. We're like, okay, let's launch this product. We need people to sell shit at shows with us. Like come, and then I was like, my old partner actually had the idea of the malls, and I just kind of had the execution on it. I was like, I started applying. I got a few meetings, and then I locked something down, and then everything just like blew up from there.
Yeah.
And then Corona hit, and it was like everything dead stopped. And I prepared again. As a leader, it's very hard when in the beginning of February last year, I knew the shutdown was happening. I already knew.
Yeah, me
And
too. Yeah.
so I was preparing my people. I'm like, listen, I'm not telling you this to panic. I'm not telling you this for any other reason than to be upfront and honest with you. This mall is going to shut down, and when it shuts down, I don't know how I'm going to pay you. They are talking about, these loans and stuff that they're going to give us, but which they did, but they don't educate you enough on it, right? So what I did is I was too worried to pay myself because our business is so new that I've never cut myself a paycheck. So in
Hmm.
my mind, I was like, I'm not on payroll when realistically I'm always on payroll as the owner.
Hmm.
So um, I only got money from my employees. My ex partner and I did not get anything. So I got the 30,000 and gave it all to our employees and paid them for 10 weeks, and it got us through till we reopened the malls and everything.
Yeah.
And so this time, if they open this up again for a second round, I'm 100% paying myself this time. And
So wait, they still have you guys closed in the mall right now currently?
no, so Dartmouth is open, but it's rough. The Natick Mall, we left there in September.
Okay.
That mall, man.
I can imagine my rent, my wife's rent. So my business that we do, like I know, like again, like you guys have a shop where you sell your products. My wife is like our business, Pudgy Productions as a whole, just to kind of do a segment. We do multimedia kind of art. My wife is a ceramicist. I learned how to do graphic design and stuff. We have a podcast that we kind of collaborate on, and we do a lot of different topics similar to what you're doing.
Yep.
And that's why I'm excited to be here. And with her studio that she co-owns with two other women in Brookline, the rent for them is 3,500. And when they got shut down in March, basically what happened was, hey, there goes the website. Our building manager straight up was like, yo, like you're gonna have to keep paying rent. I don't care if you don't have people in there, if you can't teach classes, if you guys can't do workshops, I don't care what you do. But unfortunately, I need my 3,500 on the first of the month.
Mm.
And because of COVID, we have a private studio, and with private studios, we have private spaces and we do other things as well. But a lot of the people, they're worried about their health. They're worried about their family. Again, a lot of them might have even lost their job, lost hours. A lot of things are happening. So
Hmm.
everybody just dropped their membership. So we went from having a wait list, having all these members, bro, to like 4 members and 3 owners and like having all these bills. And like the girls, they didn't know what to do, and they got bullied with it. They got real bully with it. And these ladies, we figured things out. They got together, and we still have the space. Knock on wood, everything is going good. And the biggest thing we're really afraid of, and I guess a lot of businesses are afraid of, is if we go into another shutdown. Like that's the biggest thing. Like even them, their business is still small in inception, where they still don't get paid for these things. They're
Hmm.
actually paying the business because again, they sublease a part of their business so that they can create for their other business.
Yep.
So just all these little complications is just very, very scary for us in these times. And we're figuring it out. Like that's what it really comes down to. Is every day it's a new hiccup, it's a new hurdle.
Hmm.
But we just have really good communication, and we're all just trying to just always look out for each other. And shit gets crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Like I know when you're talking about going through a buy through and everything, because the ladies went through something similar right before COVID, and it gets complicated. When you got to get lawyers, when you got to spend money for other people to look over paperwork, and then like you're saying, like, yo, I didn't get paid for 10 weeks. So like I see all this money coming in, but I gotta give it to my people, make sure that they're okay.
I
We're
have
figuring out our
never in 2.5 years of business, I haven't taken a paycheck.
see me too. Me
Yeah.
and my wife, well, my wife, I make sure Our expenditures cover her rent at the studio
Yes.
and any costs of supplies. But other than that, to be completely honest, like we haven't seen. I mean, we're a small business. We're a mom and pop brick and mortar shop. Like this is from the ground up. And a lot of people have told my wife, sell your designs to China. You know, figure out molds and do it that way. But it takes same thing like cannabis. Like we all know, it separates the artistry behind creating a piece, and creating whatever it is when you give it to someone else to mass produce. And like that's not what we do. Like my wife's mission statement, Pudgy Productions mission statement is to create high quality art that's affordable for everyday use. Like that's what we want to do. I don't want to give you something that I wouldn't use, and even then, like we keep pieces, all the pieces we have in our house are like the broken ones, but we still love them and we cherish them because they mean so much to us.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where it's like we take pride in the product that we provide to the community. And in order for us to keep providing this product and keep providing this same type of service, we have to keep being honest with ourselves and being honest to the people around us and make sure that they're okay. And like that's why, like, dude, like I appreciate what you did, dude. Like that's big respects, dude. Like straight up, like that's the next thing we're trying to figure out is like, okay, how do we get on payroll? How do we do all these things to make sure that we're okay as well as everybody else below us?
Exactly.
But it's a grind. It's a grind and it's a struggle. And when like, I don't know about you, like I didn't have any entrepreneurial like guidership, leadership, any of these things, like I had to figure out how to, make our LLC the right way, to make the amendments to the LLC, make your website, make sure you're doing your taxes right. All these things are things that, exactly. It's a headache. It's a headache.
You just gave me a migraine immediately.
And that's what I'm saying, like to teach yourself all these things, and people always talk shit about stoners, but the thing is like when you put your mind to something, no matter what you do, like you're gonna make it happen. And that's kind of what we did with this thing. And like we're learning, we're having fun. Even like right behind me, this is one of the pieces my wife made when she got like first graduated from college. So she does a lot of different things. It's just one of those things where we're just trying to figure some shit out. Like, just trying to figure out what's the game plan, what's the master plan, what's going to work. And let's just have fun doing it.
Yeah. Cash, shut up, Cash. It's Nia's birthday, bro. I didn't have time to listen to your album. I promise I'll listen to it tonight, though. I'm fucking big hype for that album. It's, why am I blanking on the name right now? Hold on, I'm going to look at my email. My mind was thinking about how I was gonna humble brag real quick and say that, in the past week I've live streamed video games, written, recorded, mixed, and mastered my own music, and now a podcast. So people just need to step their game up, is what I'm saying.
Boy's hustling, bro. You grinding, dude.
House of Roses. I wanted to say House of 1,000 Roses. I don't know why, but I'm freaking big pumped for House of Roses. Cash is the big homie. Well, big-ish. Small penis.
What kind of music does he make? Does he make rap?
This album is more of a melodic album from what I hear. This is why I'm excited to hear it, because we've been making music together since 2006. Okay. So a very, very long time. We released 4 albums together, and then he's released like 10 solo albums. I'm on my 5th in March coming up.
Time out. How old are you, Adam? You look mad young. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, so you're still young. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hella young.
Okay, good shit. I was like, you're dropping out. He's like, 2006. We've been doing this. I got 8 albums. I got this. I got a championship belt. I've been around the world 3 times, bro. Like, okay, hold on. You're throwing out your accolades and shit.
Yeah, it's funny because Catcher said, LOL looks young. You want to know what his next thing is going to be? He's going to say, it's the hat covering his hairline. Watch, that's going to be the next cut.
Bro, fuck that, dude. You're Gucci, dude. So what, bro? That's one thing. Like, dude, I cut my hair off and on all the time, dude. As long as you got hair, that's the biggest thing. Even if your hairline is going back and it's receding, fuck that. You still got hair, and you got a long ass ponytail, don't you?
Yeah, my hair's mad long. It's hella crazy today because like I skip washing every other day.
Yeah.
Today was a skip day, and I've been outside like at the playground. I've been just running around like crazy, being crazy with my daughter all day. So it's like my hair is a wild mess. I'm like I'm putting a hat on and just tucking it all up underneath there.
Good. I had a hat on too, and then I got too hot. I got excited in here. I was running around cutting on lights and stuff, and I was like, "Oh no, let me."
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've been taking this like mushroom supplement. It has a bunch of different. It has like maitake, shiitake, lion's mane, a bunch of different good ones. And then another supplement that has a bunch of like spirulina and alfalfa and wheatgrass and stuff like that. Not only is my mind like I feel like like my thoughts are just I'm not really stumbling over everything except for his freaking album name, of course. And I just feel like my body temperature is like more normal. Like I'm warm as hell right now, and normally I'm cold for no reason.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's super weird. It's super weird. And I've been taking this stuff. Hold on, I gotta look up what it's called. It's like quercetin. See, this is something brand new, and I didn't even look to see what it was. It just hit my brain. Quercetin. It's a natural compound found in a lot of different berries and stuff like that. And so they basically extracted that and put it into powder pill form. And between like all that, dude, I feel like I was starting to come down with something the last couple days. Today,
Yeah.
I'm just like I feel like my body was just like more and more energy as the day goes on, and it's like my brain's just firing today.
Oh shit. And where'd you get that stuff?
My friend Alex, she sells it with this company. And it's kind of like an MLM company. Like I don't have a problem with most MLMs unless they're doing things poorly. I essentially have an MLM program. I have like an ambassador program where people sell my stuff and get a percentage of it. That's an MLM,
Yeah.
like it's in some senses. But it's really good stuff. It's really good stuff. All organic ingredients, and yeah, I'm only on day 2 of it. I'm feeling a difference.
See, but that's the thing. Like, I don't mind supporting something like that if someone gets a percentage, if the product works. You get what
Yes.
I'm saying? If you're trying to sell me
Yes.
some bogus bullshit, that's something totally different. But if you're like, yo, I stand by this is some good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even then, like I be hearing a lot of ads about the blue chew and all these other things, and I'm like, do y'all really use that shit?
Right.
You know? But like you're saying, if you're using it and it's helping it and it's improving like your thinking, your cognitive, all that other stuff, like that's some good shit. I might have to hit you up for a link for that too, because I need something like that, dude.
I
Because
know
I'm trying to stay away from like coffee and stuff. Like I drink a lot of like tea,
mm,
but like certain days, like when I need that extra just push, I got to drink that black coffee with is like sweet as hell, but it's not the best, honestly.
yeah, water definitely helps for
I
energy.
agree. Water
And
too. I
and that's the thing too, Nick, is because I'm taking this new like mushroom supplement. I have to drink a lot of water because what it's doing is the first day yesterday when I drank it, dude, I was just like, uh-oh, and just on the toilet, just boom, like cleared me right out. And I hit up
yeah.
my girl Alex, and I was like, yo, awkward question, but like, did this make you just fucking lose everything? And she's like, yeah, it's pretty bad. And like the first couple days, you have a really fast metabolism too, so it's gonna hit you hard. I was like, yeah, I just eat breakfast, and she was just like, yeah, it'll get better, it'll get better. And today I drank it, had no issues whatsoever. But she was like, what happens is it like the mushroom, because it's all actual mushrooms in there, and it clings to the toxins and everything and flushes it right out of your body. And so I've been chugging mad water. So between that and just the water, I'm just feeling freaking great. And the quercetin.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's like a natural little detox, and that's perfect, honestly.
I'm waiting for
Especially,
zinc in the mail too because I've been listening to a lot of like naturopathic doctors, and they've been saying for COVID, zinc is like the kills it. Like
yeah.
it basically traps the and I'm not as smart as the doctor, so I'm not gonna say it as smart as him, but he said it basically traps the virus molecule so it cannot multiply, and when it doesn't multiply, it dies.
Okay.
So it basically just traps it and kills it. And he said the quercetin makes the zinc work better. So the combination of the two is just like you'll have a way better chance of not getting COVID, and if you get COVID, it's gonna be like a mild cold. So
Okay.
I'm already pretty healthy, and I was just like, I'm gonna add a couple of things. I feel like there's gonna be some blackouts soon. I really have a funny feeling.
Oh yes, we could talk about that. Oh, have you been seeing it all over on
Yes,
Twitter?
bro. China
Pakistan.
China is like divvying out electricity right now, and this isn't conspiracy. You can
This
literally
is
look this
facts.
up. This is facts. China is divvying out electricity, quoting a coal shortage. A coal shortage.
I'm pretty sure they stopped using coal a long time ago, but
Yeah,
okay, sure.
I'm
Especially
pretty.
China.
I'm
Like
pretty sure they have solar cities out there. Like.
so and even then, like I saw as well, it happened in Pakistan, Iran. There was another one I had saw on Twitter that it happened in Rome. So there's been a few
No,
kind
Nick.
of blackouts.
Actually, we supply China's electricity.
Really? We all
Yes.
through
We
what
su-
hydro dams, or do we have like some? Okay, I figured that. Okay, I was gonna say I know I studied this at one point. I know we offshore a lot of that
and
shit.
then Pakistan, the entire country is basically blacked out. The Vatican and basically all of Greece is blacked out as well. And there's been a few towns I've been seeing that have been like just random blackouts throughout the day and stuff like that. So, I mean, we've prepped. We got our gas, we got our generator, we got everything that we need. I got more survival gear in case we're not in our house. You never know what's gonna happen. Um,
I just
but
got candles. I got candles and weed and some lighters.
I'm getting weed tomorrow, so hopefully nothing happens till after tomorrow. But so like that's the only thing I don't have. I got everything else. We got backup food. We got the generator. We got everything we need. Like I could survive for a month off grid, like in the house,
Oh,
literally.
that's perfect. That's how it should be. Honestly, that especially right now, the way everything is looking, like, and that's the real scary part. Like, and we've talked about this on me and my wife's podcast, the Dope Thoughtz Podcast. We've had instances where we've talked. Like, we're not a political podcast, but with everything that's going on right now with COVID, ain't nothing else coming out on TV. There's not really new fucking movies coming out. The video games is fucked up. So it's kind of one of those things. Like, the only thing you can really look at is the news.
Mm-hmm.
And like seeing all this hyper political shit that's happening, like it really makes you scared when you see, like, even today, like, oh, they impeached Trump for the second time. What the fuck does that mean? Why you had to impeach him twice? Like, even this whole thing where it's like we're so divided as a nation, where these little things, these little instances and nuances is happening all over the world globally. Like, people don't know what the fuck is happening. They don't know
Mm-hmm.
what real news is anymore.
Yep.
They're censoring people off of social media platforms and having
Mm-hmm.
them go to other alternative media platforms now that again is feeding them propaganda and false information. So it's things like that now where the biggest issue when Trump came into office was what? Fake news, right? We were so worried about fake news and people tampering with you know, our election. And now we're censoring people and we don't even know what real news is anymore. And then we got the
Mm-hmm.
aliens coming too. So that's the next thing where
Within
like,
6 months, they have 180 days to declass on that.
no, we
um,
like it's just there's so much shit. Like it's crazy. This
I'm
is so
definitely not
crazy.
okay with a civil war at all. Now, here's the thing. I've watched all of the congressional hearings over the past week. It's fucking torture because it's like, so for what purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado seek to speak to the floor? And then it's like, Speaker, I yield 45 seconds to the gentlelady from Colorado. And then she speaks and she's reading a speech off a paper. And then they go to vote and they leave a hot mic on and you can hear them laughing in the background. And hey, like it's all just an act. And the funniest part about the past 2 days, the 25th Amendment thing, right? In order for the 25th Amendment to be enacted, Section 4 of the 25th Amendment, I looked this up last night while I was watching the congressional hearings on it. In order for that to be enacted, not only does Congress have to agree on it, the Vice President also has to. And he said before that meeting, I'm not doing it. So that whole meeting was just a big charade. It was just like a big show.
They
And
want to
then
play with people's emotions.
Yep. And then today, Mitch McConnell says, I'm not impeaching Trump. I'm not hearing that. So this whole congressional hearing on the impeachment again was a whole charade. It was just a whole big act. Like it's just It's just more to divide us, because if you listen to what they're talking about, they're literally saying exact opposites of each other. And it's like split, 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 split. And then like now they're like Republicans attacking Republicans. It's just all ridiculous, honestly, because like if you really look at it, if based on the House vote today, there was a 54% swing in favor of the impeachment, 54 to 46. You need a 2/3 majority vote in the Senate in order for the impeachment to happen. You're not going to get 2/3 majority vote in the Senate. It's just not going to happen.
No,
I'm sorry. You'd have to swing so many Republicans and everything. And these are the things that really incite the Civil War, is all this, like, I feel like the news was just like, Trump's an easy target, and we're going to make everybody hate him more because he's so easily hateable.
I think, and it goes down to like even what you were just talking about. I think, and even a few of the speakers from the Democratic Party today, when they were saying their parts, I think they don't even care about impeaching him now, because we all know he's on the time, it's ticking down anyway. He got a week. So it is what it is. They're just mostly trying to cock block him for 2024.
Yep.
I think that's the biggest thing, but it goes down to they're messing with emotions, and they're bringing up things in people that now we're not going to be able to just throw it underneath the rug. Like that's the biggest problem, because now we can see like these parties, bro, like they don't want to communicate. They don't want to be friends. They don't want to figure shit out. They just want to run the other one. That's all they want to do. And that's not what's going to work. And that's not going to fix our problems. And they keep saying, oh, we don't want another tyrant like Trump. The only way we fix the tyrants who will come into the office is if we fix the fucking system and we learn how to communicate and listen to each other, like fix the core problems, and that's the thing, is that like we said, like that, how do they make their money? By playing with our emotions. That's what politics is. Honestly, they divide and conquer, take your money, invest it here, do these things. Yeah, the system is really fucked up, and it's not fair the way that they do this to us. And then again, it's just crazy how Trump pointed out on their stimulus bill, you don't want to give us the money, but you want to send all this money everywhere else. Let's help all these other foreign countries. Let's put America everywhere. But we're fucking each other up, bro. Like, how did we allow this to happen? We were upset that Black Lives Matter expressed their frustration the way they did. It wasn't okay what they did and how they did it, but we understood and we said, you know what? It can't be done that way. It can't be done that way. And what the fuck did they do? They said, we're going to do this on steroids and we're going to go to the Capitol building. No, bro, you don't get fucking changed that way. I'm sorry. Yeah. And my thing is, it's like, it's so much shit, bro. Like, these people were fucking crazy. I'm sorry. Like,
the only thing that kind of like really pisses me off is both sides, right? Because like I was at the Black Lives Matter rallies and protests, and I saw everything that happened. Like, my fiance was like yelling at me, do not go there. What are you doing? Why are you going there? You know what this is. You know what this is. You know what this is. And I'm like, no, I need to go see it. And the first thing that happened is I really feel like a couple cops tried to pull me and my sister. Like we were walking one way with a group of people, and then I was like, wait, this isn't where our friend is. So I turned back around to go walk back towards the Boston Common, and there was these two plainclothes dressed guys, like jeans and a plain t-shirt, high and tight haircut, sunglasses on, and a bed full of waters, like just water bottles. And I'm holding like a 40-ounce water bottle up to my chest like this. And he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? What?
What the fuck? Why are you talking to me, bro? Why are you just standing there? Like, he's mad out of place, bro. Like, what? Like, that's like the shit. And they're like, what's wrong with this picture? And it's like these two motherfuckers. Like, what are you doing here, bro?
And I was with my sister, right? So I put my arm like kind of near her and like started pushing her further, like just keep moving. And they're like, do you want some water? I was like, I held up my water and shook it like, nah, I'm good. And I just kept walking because I saw another group walking towards me. So I was like, I need to get two people because I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. You never know. Like, they see a couple people and just arrest them. Like, oh, that's easy. Get them done. Or worse. You just never know. And then what I saw is I was with a group that wasn't the protest organized by the organization Black Lives Matter. It was just a bunch of people there expressing that Black Lives Matter. That's where I was, and I was at the steps of the State House in Boston, and it was beautiful all day. There was people that tried to antagonize, and people would get mad, and me or somebody else in the front would be like, no, 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 that's what they want. No, 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 none of that, none of that, and we'd like stop shit all day. Then nighttime hit, and the protest organized by the organization Black Lives Matter merged into ours, kicked us off the steps of the State House. They had these color like permits to be on stage for a protest, and they kicked us all off, and the energy just changed. Within like 10 minutes of that, not even, water bottles started being thrown over the gates of the State House. And people just yelling like, cut the shit, and you look back and it's like these white dudes dressed in like military looking gear, like not military, but like, you know, like how almost like Juggalo, like
yeah, like they trying to pretend to do some shit, like they're the fake lacrosse team type shit, the backups.
Exactly. So that was the first thing I noticed, and then when I was like, we need to get out of here before this is like fully over. So I like grabbed all my friends. I'm like, yo, we all need to hold hands and don't let go, like till we get away from everybody. Like we need to make sure everybody is together and safe. And like we're walking away, and the person, I'm holding my sister's hand, like not I don't like I love all y'all, but like you know, this is what I'm here to look after.
Yeah.
And this guy, again dressed like that, different guy, he's walking all cocky while everybody's scared. You know, like everybody's scared. There's sirens, there's like explosion sounds because somebody lit off fireworks and shit. There's like it just sounds horrible, and people are started running around. And this guy walks in between me and her arms, and I'm like, yo, bro, excuse me. And he just looks at me and like laughs at me and tries to walk through us. So I like grabbed her arm, let go, and then grabbed it again, and then just like kept walking. And he like looked back at me, and I was just like, don't hit him. This is what he wants. This is what he wants.
That's exactly what they want.
Like, oh my God. And then I just kept walking. I got us the fuck out of there, and I just started filming because the live wasn't working. My live stream stopped working. At one point, I had 7,000 people on my live stream there. 7,000, bro. And then helicopters started flying over. My signal started jamming and everything.
They blacked you out, of course. Yeah.
It was nuts. And you know, my friends didn't even make it back to the parking garage before they started dropping tear gas, and it was insanity. It was just all insanity. Like cops were driving through the city at like 50, 60 miles per hour to get up to there. Like I saw people almost get hit. We almost got T-boned. Like it was just all insanity. And then also what I saw is on the way out, I saw another one of these guys dressed like that dropping golf balls out of one of his cargo pockets. And my mind, when I was filming, I just had the phone down and I'm talking to my sister.
Oh, when people run, they could trip on them and shit. Oh shit! I was like, why would you you can't really hurt nobody with a golf ball.
And
what
it's something to throw. You know, if you throw that at a cop from far away and it hits them in the right spot, like they're gonna be like, oh, that's something. You know, like so it's like antagonization too. So I saw him drop it, and you could in the video, I like watched back, I could see that I saw the golf ball, and then like 10 seconds later, my mind was like, oh shit, that was a golf ball. And then I said to my sister, I said, remember how I told you that guy's weird? He's fucking dropping balls. And then he like looked over at me, and I was like, just made eye contact with him. And he like looked and went, and then people were beeping. And he's like, so then, right? My GPS told me to take a left down this alley for some weird reason. I have no fucking clue why, because it was all blocked off by cops. All blocked off. I was using Waze too. Waze updates that shit.
Oh, they set you up.
I saw it. I don't like cops, really, and like no offense to cops. Like I don't. It's not that I don't like cops. It's just I feel uncomfortable around them. I really do. And so I said, let's just keep walking. We'll go down a different block. Everywhere in Boston kind of goes to the same spot. Mm-hmm. And I saw a live video of that area not 15 minutes later, and there was cops tear gassing people and all this shit because there was shit getting thrown at the cops. And this kid dropping golf balls did turn left and go down. So, And then I saw that same kid at the Providence Black Lives Matter protests and riots where they were burnt. He was one of the people that that lit a cop car on fire. I saw it on live.
And that's the thing that's hurtful, where you got people that are really there for the cause. Like you came there for the experience, to see what was different, to see the magic and the people come together, and like you did the right thing trying to mitigate all the tension and the drama, like that's what we need. But for people to go there and to incite like this evil, hateful shit, like that's the problem I had. And like that's what's scary with now switching over to what happened with the Capitol. Like these people, again, Black Lives Matter people we're not gonna say like they're not all the best of people. We're all it is what it is. Everybody has different kind of variety of people in these groups. But in like these Trump groups, like these guys, a lot of these guys are like really good patriots, like really nice people, retired cops. And then you got the other people
who
are
veterans and shit.
Veterans, exactly. Really nice dudes who just want change and want the support. And finally somebody was able to step up and represent these misenfranchised, these misrepresented people. I understand that because the veterans are treated very, very badly here. And we all know that as a whole. That is the biggest problem in America, where war is the number one thing. That is how we make the most money as a fucking country. And when these people come back, we don't give them the resources and the support that they truly deserve and they need so that they can function in society. And so now when you have somebody who's saying, I'm going to change, I'm going to give you all these things and whatnot, and then you say he's an enemy, like these people, they feel like you're trying to take something away from them. You're trying to take their identity away from them. And then we got to realize like these are trained militia people who you are upsetting. It's not like you're not upsetting my cousin Ray J, my cousin CJ, my cousin Richie. You're not upsetting us, you get what I'm saying? Well, we're mad and we're upset and I'm going to go loot the Foot Locker. You're upsetting somebody who served for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, whose grandfather, whose father also served.
Who might be a marksman instructor and taught people how to freaking shoot,
Exactly. And you want to piss him off? Like, no, and that's the difference. You get what I'm saying? And like that's what scares me more than anything. And that's when your boy was like, and he's like me, exactly. He's talking about like
no, he is. He was a rifle instructor, fucking shooting range instructor, whatever, in the Marine Corps. I forgot what was the actual MOS. Yeah. Thank you for your service. I don't really think I've said that to you enough, but we've had talks about PTSD and real shit like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the shit where like now
homie went to war and shit, like for real. Like he's marksman instructor. I got it right the first time and I fucked it up the second time.
No, you had it right. See? Marksmanship instructor. You got it right. So you good on your shit. You need to give me some of that. I need some of them. Give me some of the mushrooms, bro.
I need to get some real mushrooms soon too.
Bro, I got some acid and I've been like I've been wanting to trip for a while, and like mentally because of like COVID, you know how it is like with psychedelics. Yeah. You want to make sure you're in the right mental and spiritual place before you take it. Yep. Because once you get into whatever the fuck you get into, there's no coming out until you're in that experience, And I know, like, especially like with LSD specifically, like when I take it, it really helps, like, I should say level me out, because shrooms mostly kind of touch me spiritually, and like that's when I mostly feel like I see God. Like every time I take shrooms, I've understood my place in the world a little bit more. But when I take LSD, I'm able to really feel and like, how do I say, like I could cherish the moment a lot more, like the colors and the feelings and the sensations, like it does all these things to you. Mm-hmm. And if you're not in the right state of mind, it's like almost like a waste, because then it's gonna have me focusing on these other bad negative things that I don't really want to hyper,
and have you panicking about ever using it again.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not what you want. You want to use these things to heal you and help you grow and help you see what's the best things in you, and like that, like honestly, like, and I'm from New York City. I don't know if I ever told you. I think I did. We talked about that when we met.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm born and raised from the Bronx. So like I never really knew about like any of these really, I should say, like I wouldn't even say hardcore drugs, but these psychedelics. I didn't know about this stuff until college. Like I saw it in the movies. You hear about it on TV. You see all the little jokes and shit like that. But I've never hands on. Like I've seen other drugs. Don't get me wrong, but I've never seen that. And like when I got to college and I was able to really experience like taking shrooms and going out in the hike and just playing in the leaves and doing all this crazy shit, especially being as an environmentalist, like it helped me get in tune with the environment a lot more. And it made me really appreciate like living in the moment, and like that's one thing like now, like I practice so much. It's like mindfulness. And like when you take psychedelics, like that's the whole purpose of the trip is being mindful, of the messages that are coming to you, but you got to decipher them or whatever the experience it is that you're going through. And like, yeah, dude, I need a trip really bad right now. But
Same. I just like I can't do it when I'm in the house. Like even like I haven't really microdosed a lot. Your boy is intelligent, Adam. You, however, are still ugly. It's true. The camera. I feel like the camera and the lighting hides it a little bit, so it's like an extra little bit of handsome. I can't compete, man. Like it's a lot of handsome and smart up there.
Bro, it's
But
2020, bro. Listen, you can't listen. You get points any days now. Yo, bro, the ugly dudes is winning. Fat dudes is winning.
I'm winning just because I don't have to be out there on the market. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Like I've been with my girl for 6 years in February. So like I'm so happy, bro. I see my single friends and I'm like, nope, no, thank you.
Yo, facts. Me and my wife actually, we were supposed to get married last year, but we're thinking about we're gonna probably tie the knot this year. We were trying to wait for COVID to be over, but it don't look like it's gonna be over anytime soon. So we're just like, we're just gonna go to City Hall. Fuck it. He said, glad I made this choice. Yo, the thing is, like, that's the issue I have now because, like, I got depression. Like, I have functional depression. A lot of people, if you meet me, you wouldn't be able to tell. Well, exactly, bro. And, like, I've been pudgy for a while. I had this complex. I've been trying to, like, get into the gym and do all these things. Then COVID hit. And then I was like, you know what? I'll go for walks. I'll go for hikes. I'll do shit like that. But then life happens. And you really only go for a walk like once or twice a week and you're not really exercising. So now I'm fat. And I'm at the point where it's like, I'm just going to wait until the summertime. And then I'm just going to sit in the sun and sweat off the weight. Like, that's the plan. I'm going to put a Missy Elliott fucking trash bag on and sit in the sun and smoke a joint. And hopefully I lose some weight. It probably won't work, but we'll see.
See, mine's the opposite problem, right? So around Christmas Eve in 2019, Christmas Eve, I got real sick. I think I had COVID, and I was sick for like 2-3 weeks, like real sick for a week and a half of that, dude. Like I was on the couch, like my wife was taking care of me, type of shit. Like even we were talking about it a couple days ago, and she's like, "Yeah, you were out, like you were just. I've never seen you like that," and I got down to 120 pounds.
Shit.
Because I couldn't eat. And when I would eat, I would just like, it would just come right out. I was having real bad like stomach problems. I had every single symptom.
Is that before you did that fast? Because I remember at one point you said that you weren't feeling good and you did a fast at one point. You had fasted for like a week or something like that.
Yeah, I got sick before then, yep.
Okay.
Because I started getting more into fasting after I got sick because I was just like, nope, never again. Okay. It's weirdly enough, I was actually, and this is probably partially my fault, I was doing cold training when I got sick. So I was on like week 3 of doing Wim Hof breathing and going outside. Like I had probably the week before, maybe even like 4 days before I started feeling really sick. I was outside in a t-shirt and shorts with no shoes on in 5-degree weather for 15 minutes comfortably. I wasn't cold. I was not cold, and just based on breathing, it's insanity. And my old business partner, he was doing it with me. He was out there in a wet t-shirt, and yeah, he's nuts, dude. So, and he was perfectly fine too. This is part of like Wim Hof. Like these motherfuckers sit in ice water and they're perfectly fine.
See, he scares me. He scares me, bro. That's some Steve Irwin shit. Like you pushing the limits to some shit you don't need to be doing, bro. Like, why are you doing that? Like he's too much of a survivor. The thing, like, that's crazy. But yeah, keep going. I'm sorry. Damn, I respect you for that. Fuck that, bro. Fuck out of here.
That was like the extent of it. I mean, I really want to get back to that, but it's like kind of like what we were talking about with having a bad experience with psychedelics. Like I kind of was like, damn, like what if Wim Hof? Like what if I don't know? Like it is like a deep breathing. You're like, like I'm like, damn, what if I just like sucked in COVID because of that shit? Like I just my stupid ass mind starts going and shit. But like I really got to get into it. It's funny because like I can't really see it, but it's behind my chair. I got a Shakti mat for Christmas.
Ooh, what's that? Fuck you! I want one of those. I literally just told my wife. I was like, I need one of those acupuncture mat things, and she was like, acupuncture mats.
Yeah, bro. It's so
Oh,
real.
how do you like it? What's the review so far?
It's it's taking my neck pain from like a 10 to like a 7 in like I haven't even used it every day. I'm like getting to the point now where I have to use it every day. I'm on day 3. Today will be day 4. So I'm trying to just get into the routine of it. Once I get that down pat, I want to add yoga back into my routine because after I had lost weight, I got back to the gym because I was just like I need to bulk up. I started just eating all day, literally all day. Like I would eat like shit. I would eat Taco Bell. I'd eat like pizza and pretzels and like all this shit just to like bulk up, like he was saying.
Yeah.
And because like my metabolism is stupid fast. Like it turns fat into muscle within like a month. I could go from fat to like just cut up. And I was starting to like see results. I got up from 120 to 155 after like 2 months of a workout routine, like almost every day. It was like 4 days a week. And then the gym shut down. And I was like, fuck. So I started doing yoga. And it was like, it worked wonders for my back and my neck and my knee pain is gone. Like I don't really even have knee pain anymore
Okay.
because of yoga for sure. Like I got surgery and then I didn't do PT the right way. I was being a big baby about the pain. So like the tendon has always been really tight. It never healed right. So I feel like I felt it pop a few times during yoga. Like it was scary feeling, but it was like, ooh, that feels good.
So what
Like
do you use for yoga? Like what app do you use? How do you just kind of do your own shit?
I use a bunch of different apps. I have one on my phone that I use, but I found this woman on YouTube by just searching yoga for severe neck pain, and she had a really good neck warm up, neck and shoulder warm up, neck, shoulder, and upper back. And then I found off of that recommended, I found another woman who had like a more intense one. So it was like doing back to back. I think the first one was 15 minutes, the second one was 20. After doing that, I had one day, bro, I was literally like, I have scoliosis in my neck, and I had one day I woke up in such bad pain, like I just couldn't move. I was like, I need to go upstairs, and I just set up an aromatherapy thing and did like an hour and a half of yoga.
Yeah,
And
you put that on your Instagram story. I remember that. Yeah, I watched that whole thing.
yeah,
You
dude,
documented that whole day. I remember that.
it sucked. It really sucked. Cash, I really want to try the inversion table. Um, I do. I know it's not the same, but I hang off my bed and shit, like, like, and just like crank my neck.
Monkey
Um,
man shit.
but like, I'm trying to use the Shakti mat a lot more, and when I'm playing video games now, because like I tend to, when I'm playing video games, I'll just like get in the moment and I'll start hunching over and like focusing on the TV and shit. So I've been just like taking my shirt off and putting the Shakti mat right behind me when I'm playing. So for the whole time I'm playing video games, I have acupressure on me. And
Mm.
it's funny because like I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of people couldn't handle it.
No,
Like
that
I
shit.
laid
It
on it for
sounds
an
like a lot.
hour. I laid on it for an hour the other day.
And what are you doing when you just literally just I hope you meditating and doing other shit. Like,
I've been listening to binaural beats
okay, okay.
again for pain. So I've been trying to listen to the frequency that's good for full body healing and everything like that. Bro, my fiance's aunt,
Mhm,
she did a Reiki session on me like 2 months ago or so.
mhm.
She did sound therapy Reiki with it, and she had this bowl, and I don't know what the fuck witchcraft she was using, bro, but I was laying face down, and she like dinged it above the back of my head, and my whole body heard it. it was just like she like shook it and went down my body, and I could feel it, like I could feel it in my spine, like woo, 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 woo,
Oh,
woo, and then
that's
down to like my
fucking
tailbone,
wicked.
and then down my legs, and then in my toes, and then she ran it back up, and then she like let it go, and it went woo, 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 like my whole body was like, I was like,
See that shit, that's that hidden shit that, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, now they give us pills and they give us all this bullshit. Like, that's the true healing. Like, that's the shit that's forgotten about. Like, and I've always said this, like, they kill the shamans, they shun the shamans, they say that they're crazy. All the shit that they do is witchcraft, is voodoo. Get them the fuck out of here. And then they come with Big Pharma with all their fucking drugs and all these things, and they're like, this is how you get better, but you get side effects, bleeding out your ass, your eye is gonna fall out, your tongue you can't taste, your teeth is gonna fall out, and you might not hear from your right ear. Like, all these fucked up side effects. Like, what the fuck? And then, like you said, this lady just comes with a just something simple like that, and like you can feel the healing. Like I've been doing the same thing. Like, we use the Gaia app. We got
mm-hmm.
that, the website, and it has like guided meditations and yoga and stuff. And we've been doing this mindful practice called like Savers. So we get up in the morning and you set time. Like, the guy calls, I think it's the Miracle Morning is what the practice is called, if anybody wants to Google it. But it's basically is where you set time to do like these 6 set things. And it's kind of to set you up for success, is what kind of the whole mindset is. And like, I've been on this whole same thing as you. Like, I have like my own issues. Like, I play a lot of video games. I have insomnia. Me and my wife sleep on a shitty ass bed that we need to get a better mattress, and we cuddle up together. So we both over here look fucking, my neck is messed up and everything. So like, we try, and then plus she does the ceramics. And because of her, she's been doing that now, going on 10 years. It kind of contributes to carpal tunnel and other things like that. It bothers her tendons and things.
Yep.
So to help her, so she doesn't have any kind of issues later on in life, we kind of started to introduce more yoga practices on a daily basis. And it's helped out a lot, honestly. Like, I agree with you, and that's why, like, I want that mat with like how you have, because I have
Mm-hmm.
the ball, the the roly foam thing that
Yep.
they give you. I have one of those, and that helps me kind of like do my thing, and I can get my back and my spine, and I can do my legs and everything.
Oh man, laying that over that, and like so you could put your like head and neck up on it while you're doing it, because that's the one part that misses it. I have to do my back, and then I have to do my upper back and neck. I can't do them at the same time because I just can't get it angled the right way. Because I like
Yeah.
to get all the way down to my sciatica. Like I like to get like I like go down to my hip bones because that's where your sciatic nerve is and everything. So I start all the way down where your back really is, where all your nerves and everything end in your back.
Dude, that sounds so you got me wanting to do yoga, but it's motherfucking 9:30. I'm gonna have to wake up early tomorrow. Fuck that.
Yeah, shit, man. I've been kind of taking it easy these past couple weeks. That's the other thing. Like we were talking about, like how I looked out for my employees. Now it's like, hey guys, I'm feeling kind of fucking burnt out, and it was a rough year for me. I just need to take it easy for a couple weeks. The mall's gonna be slow. I'm here if you need me. I'm still making products. Like, let me know. Like I'm good, but I just need to like. I need to be with my family for a couple weeks and like chill out, finish my album, like all that type of shit. So yeah, and they were just like, yeah, all right, cool. They don't care. They're still doing their thing. I check the numbers. I'm like, oh, sweet. I text them like, great job today.
No,
Like
that's perfect. That's
that,
perfect.
and that's what you build by just looking out for your people always. Like
Mhm.
I was saying to my boy today, I was asking him, I was like, yo, do you want my last Clubhouse invite? I was like, because Clubhouse is boring right now, and I don't really have any friends like that are inviting me to shit yet, except somebody did today and I missed it. Um, but he, I was just talking about it, and I was just like, I'm hoping that it's an app that I can give away a lot of free advice and free value and everything, because that's my favorite thing, dude. Like
I
I've
agree.
gotten a majority of my supporters and a majority of my customers based off of the fact that I just give a lot. Like I there's been customers that literally cannot afford our product. It happens. It's CBD. It's kind of expensive, and because of the way the market's set up to be within fair market value price, you can't price it below a certain amount. So I can discount it all I want, but I have to stay within a certain price essentially. But I'm not allowed to not give it away.
Mhm.
So some people that are like, I only have $20 to my name, like I'm like, but you need like a 2,000 milligram, and that's $100, so I'll just give it to you. And they're like, what? I'm like,
Mm.
you need it. Here you go. Like
Yeah.
this is what this shit is about. You know, like I gave away. I've what was I did the math because I'm doing my taxes and everything. I think I gave away somewhere around $30,000 worth of products last year.
But listen, my mom always told me this, and I know we're probably on the same level. Like when you believe in karma, you know, like if you have a big heart and you give it to the world, it's gonna come back to you tenfold. You
Easily.
know, and like especially like if you're already blessed and you have your essentials and you have everything that's covered, you know, when you bless someone else and you give that to someone else, you know, like that sparks a light, you know, and I think like that's what we're supposed to do. You know, like we look up at the stars and you see all these things and you see all this energy out there. You know, like these things feed off of each other. And
Mm-hmm.
like we have to look out for the people that are around us, you know, and like that's just really cool to be in that position, like you said, to give out free things. If it's knowledge, if it's product, if it's love, if it's time, you know, like some people always think it has to be money. You know, like you can give out something free and it means so much more than a piece of paper that you can give somebody, you know, and it's the thought, everything, like even that, like you said, like I'm trying to help you get medicine. I want you to feel better, you know, like don't pay me for some bullshit that's not really gonna help you.
Yep.
Like, no, here, you know, like it is what it is. Like I'll make it happen as long as you feel better. You let me know, and that makes, you know, like my job is done.
Yep.
That's why I'm here, you know, and like again, that's why it's really cool. Like, have you seen the movie Soul? Not to take a
No, I haven't yet, dude. I've been hearing everybody says I need to watch it.
The reason I say that is because Pixar, one, they're fucked up for the way they make parents go take their kids to see shit that make the parents cry. That's fucked up. I don't like that. But what was really cool about that movie that they really talked about was this idea of flow. You know, like
Mm.
everybody has this thing that they do that kind of like you just get into this groove and you're so magical. Like people can see that you're amazing at it. You know, it could be anything. It could be dancing on the piano, talking to somebody, playing video games. It could be any of these fucking things, but it's you and you have this like in the movie it's a realm and you can see everybody. And it's just really cool to see and understand that like even though you may not understand why you are here and why you're here as a person, you know, and we're struggling and you can't really figure these things out and why am I going through all this shit?
Yep.
But when you find that thing that just gives you that drive or just like you want to just give or do like that thing that just makes you unconditionally happy, like then you know like that's the thing that you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like that was really cool to see in that movie. And I'm trying not to like give you all the hints, but like that's kind of like the motif. And like to hear like you saying like with like what you're doing and the healing and like providing for your people and all that stuff, like that's what everybody like find your thing, do your, you know, like ah
You have to, yeah. If you
yeah.
don't, there has to be some kind of purpose to life. I really do feel like it could be drawing, it could be painting, it could be making music, it could be, you know, like there's so many different things you could do, but you have to just do something. Like there's so many people that just like work and then come home and watch TV and that's it.
Or
Like,
just wish. Don't wish and dream. You can't wish and dream and expect it to happen without any action. You know, and
mm-hmm.
like that's one thing like I realized, you know, like even with all the things that we've done with our business, it's like, you know, like our biggest dream is to be able to work for ourselves and to provide good jobs, good income for other people that they can express, they can create, you know, do the same exact thing that we're doing for their own target audience. You know, like that's the thing that we want to do, or provide a studio space where other creators can come together, multimedia,
Mm-hmm.
ceramicists, 2D artists, people who make beats, you know, all these people, woodworkers, everybody just come together and like instead of being like you know like the Boys and Girls Club and shit like that, like we want to make a big place where just everybody comes together and you can mix and mash and you can do whatever you want. You can remix it, you can intermediate, you can collaborate, and it's just all about just curating just good art for just like the culture, you know, and just kind of like even now, like there's so much stress and shit that's going on. If people had a good positive art outlet to put all that shit into, you get what I'm saying? Imagine all the amazing things we see that would be created, all the positivity that would come
Mm-hmm.
from it. Like that's what we need let's not just go on social media and say why we're angry. Let me not just say what's on my mind and be mad and upset and send all these links and, let me do the trend and let me bust it real quick and do all this. Let me not do all these things, but let
Next
me
TikTok
create.
dance.
Yeah, exactly. That's the latest thing. Exactly. The new trend and shit. Like, no, let me create some positivity that can be passed on to somebody else.
Yeah.
My bad. I know your boy was saying some shit. I kept going. My bad.
No. It's cool, man. I enjoy it. But he is right. It is easy to hustle sun up to sundown when you know your passion, and it's an issue that people struggle to find it. It's something like, like I feel like cannabis is one of my passions, and because of cannabis, I kind of was like, I can only have one. There can only be one, and I stopped caring about music. But then, like, I feel like music is my therapist. So I didn't have a therapist for 3 or 4 years while I'm building a business. You know what I mean? Like, so,
You
and
focused
then,
on this one thing and you forgot about this other thing that helped you, actually figure out that this is what you wanted to do.
so that's why I'm feeling burnt out too, because it's like when I get to the end of an album, is like all my emotions are like that I needed to let out are out now, and I'm almost done mixing and master them, and now it's like okay. You just like bliss for a second. You're like, okay, I need to just like relax and chill and all that. But I agree with Nick, dude. Like, music has kept us both out of a lot of trouble and got us into a little bit of trouble too, but more got us out of it than not. Um, yeah. Yeah, it's actually funny. So my boy Casher, like he said, like he was, like we were saying, he's a marksmanship instructor. So he's a Marine Corps veteran, and he used to be super anti-cannabis,
Mm.
and through years, because that's just how he was brought up, and that's just how it is. Like, we always just kind of understood that I smoke weed and he didn't like weed. Like, it was just like whatever. It wasn't like a huge topic, but he just kind of was like, I'm not really for it. And I feel like I just kind of kept just in his ear, like, no, this is good, this is good, this is good. And then, I've told him stories about what I've done with like cancer patients, and like CBD and how much it can help you and everything. And I've given him CBD products and everything. Like, it's so now he's like, okay.
There's something to it.
Adam's
there's
not
something
just
in there.
crazy. Adam's
Yeah.
not just crazy. I am crazy though. Yeah. About food after smoking. That's true. It's true. You ever see me and Matt get down on a pizza after smoking? That shit's intense, man.
See, and that's my thing. Like, a lot of people judge like smokers, dude, and like it's crazy because like I think I've been a stoner for a while, and I could say like it's helped me, more than like a lot of people worry about it impairing somebody or that harming them or that leading them to explore other stuff. Like, again, like going back to somebody who has mental health issues and stuff, it's helped me understand and cope with what's going on with my life,
Mhm.
and not having to depend on other substances. And then growing up where I grew up, dealing with stop and frisk, dealing with, again, ongoing police brutality, being afraid coming home, cops harassing kids, being afraid from the people of my community. There's a lot of PTSD that's just built up just from growing up in my environment. And all of us have different shit. It could be your family whooping your ass. It could be your friends whooping your ass. It could be your dog next neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a whole
Mhm.
bunch of shit that kind of contributes to your upbringing that it affects you. But like with me, my experience with weed, like excuse me, I should say cannabis because I don't want to give it a bad name. It's really helped me a lot. Like, honestly, like even in school and stuff, like I was known always to be the stoner, but I was always about my schoolwork. I kept the job full time. I worked 40 hours a week while pursuing both of my degrees. Like I literally was always working, always doing other stuff. I was always again active. I was active in the community and stuff like that, but I was always to
Mm.
myself. But everybody knew like Phil was just about his shit. Phil is Phil. And it's just cool to see now the stigma of cannabis starting to change. Like, it's becoming more acceptable. Like, you can talk about it more openly. Like, I can tell people I've done certain things, under the influence of cannabis, and you're like, get the fuck out of here. But it's like, yeah, I did that, and it's like, it's just shit like that. even now, like when you run a business and you're an advocate, cannabis consumer, and you can consume it anytime throughout the day. There's some people who can only do it, for certain times, certain occasions, to only go to sleep. But someone like me, like I can smoke at any time, and it actually helps me and make me become more productive in my work, instead of actually impairing me and keeping me back. But again, for some other people now, when they start smoking weed, it's like a whole nother thing, and they're all slow, and then they want to fall asleep and shit. It's just, I guess for everybody, it's different, and that's the biggest thing as well, that we have to look at it as, like, instead of just recreational,
you have to know your limits.
Yes, you have to know your limits. It's like a drink. If you're a lightweight and you can only handle one drink and one shot, you take that, drink a little bit of water, and you go about your way. Don't ruin everybody else's night because you want to hang. Don't do that.
And going to your point, Nick, about people starting to smoke weed at 16, and then because their personality brings them to heavier things, they end up dying. A lot of the time, I feel like if we ask them, they might say they started drinking first. For me, I started drinking way before I started smoking weed. I started drinking when I was 12 or 13. I started drinking heavy when I was 14.
I kind of agree with you. I was introduced to alcohol first, and then once I got introduced to weed, I only stuck to weed. And even to this day, I mostly consume cannabis more than alcohol.
I've gone back and forth. Like, I still enjoy alcohol. I can't lie. Like, once in a while, I like to get a nice buzz, chill with the boys, and like we finished our album and we're sitting out by the fire just drinking beers and shit. Like, that's awesome. I love doing that. And it's cool nowadays because, like, now we could smoke kind of near Nick. Like, we make sure it's not near his blowing his face, but now it's like cool. It's awesome. And so, fuck, I forgot where I was going with that. Yeah, we're sitting by the fire. So it's cool to, like, drink once in a while like that. But I do feel like I had a problem with it. I definitely did. Like, I would just get up and drink and go party for the night, and get up and drink again, and get up and drink again, and get up and drink
that was
again.
me. That happened to me in college. Like, I went through that phase, and that's why now I just don't drink anymore. Like, it got to a point, like, I was drinking and making myself real sick. Like, but one night, and this is like a true story, one Halloween, I got really fucking drunk. I pulled my pants down. I'm running around the street with my dick out. Cops cut their lights on and shit. Like, it got really bad. I thought my girlfriend was gonna leave me. It was one of those moments where I was like, do I really need to keep drinking? And then I was like, I'm good. And ever since then, like, I really don't drink. Like, I drink wine. Honestly, I'm one of those people. I like me a nice little cup of red wine with some pasta and shit like that. But or some cider. I love cider. That I could drink cider like it's juice, bro. That right there is a problem.
Our second album we recorded together was recorded entirely on Red's Apple Ale. My battery just died. That's awesome. I got an extra one. Hold on.
Copy. No, take your time, boss man. Dude, cider and whiskey. That right there is game over with those two.
We would literally, like, wake up in the morning and it would be like apple juice for breakfast.
But like the apple on the Angry Orchards, the green apple one. Oh my god.
So fuego. Nowadays though, it gives me heartburn.
I agree. Exactly.
I can't do it. I stick to, like, I actually haven't drank any beer in probably 4 or 5 months, maybe 3 months, 4 months, something like that. My girl, she bought me a 12-pack of Blue Moon, and it's been sitting out there. I haven't opened it for months. I had this, like, this whiskey stuff that I bought that's pretty good, and then I have this stuff from Greece that I bought it's supposed to be good for you. It's made from a root of a plant, and it's all set.
Ayahuasca?
No, I wish it was ayahuasca. And that's not true, Nick. 7 shots a night is not true. It might seem like that because once a week when I game with you, we do shots and stuff, but that's about the only time I drink. Besides that, drinking alone is not healthy for the mind, really, honestly.
No,
like,
dude,
I want to preface that by saying I don't consider being online with your friends drinking alone. That's why I drink with you guys, because it's like we're not really, things are different right now, so seeing each other isn't as, I mean, I guess I could just go see you, but you're ugly, so I don't want to do that. At least I just gotta hear you. Fucking, they're on the adjacent roof.
What games have you been playing recently? What have you been streaming?
We've been playing COD, Black Ops new maps. Well, I've been playing the new maps. They like the regular Warzone map. Um, I
What
like
system you got?
I got Xbox.
Okay.
I got the one, but
Okay.
it's cross platform nowadays. So it's
Okay.
what are you playing?
I play a little bit of everything, honestly. I got
Yeah.
lucky and I was able to get the new systems. So I've been having a lot of fun with that Miles Morales game. And then my boy's been trying to get me into fucking PUBG. Uh PUBG is a little weird because like COD is fast. Yo, I don't play Warcraft. I play League of Legends. Don't be hating, bro. You a hater.
Minecraft. Don't insult
What?
this man's intelligence, man.
Nah, I be fucking with I play 2K a lot.
PUBG is faster
Um
than COD. Is it faster than Apex?
Cool, which one?
PUBG.
No, PUBG is slow as fuck. PUBG
Oh,
is almost like CS:GO. It's
uh,
choppy. That's the reason I don't like PUBG that much.
it's like
Um,
Fortnite. Super easy.
yeah, like the new Call of Duty I've been trying to play with. Like I bought it, but it's really glitchy on the PS5, and that's been pissing me off. So like when I be trying to play cross plat with like all my old friends, I can't really play zombies. I can't really do shit else. So that's been pissing me off. But like I got the Xbox S, and that one is pretty cool. But I don't really got friends. All I do is work. All I do is really work and shit. So when I got free time, I mean, me and my boys we try and play, but mostly like I'll grind out some 2K late night, and then honestly, I just been trying to grind up a lot of videos and stuff for wifey's YouTube and just getting some shit out there. Like right now, the biggest thing is like everybody's been looking at crypto, and that's
Hmm.
the next big asset class and shit. But like digital media is also like up and coming, and that's the biggest thing is if you can keep creating content and you can get a following, and if you're a cool person, that's just the way to go. And so it's kind of one of those we just been trying to do some shit. Hey, my wife's we have a YouTube page. It is Pudgy Productions is our YouTube channel. We don't really have too many stuff up there, but it's really mostly instructional, not really instructional videos, but videos where you can see my wife's pottery, what she doing. Actually, I'll grab something right now and show you what she got. So yeah, my wife makes a whole bunch of dope, weird, cool stuff. You saw the way. Oh yeah, there we go. And you guys get the behind the scenes of what she's making, her whole process, her whole etchings, and all that cool stuff. We want to put some others excerpts of like the Dope Thoughtz podcast, and like we go on a lot of weird hikes, so we want to put that stuff on the YouTube. And so like that's kind of where we're thinking about going with stuff, really. Right now my wife's not here because like her grandmother just passed away
Mm.
today, unfortunately.
Sorry to hear
Um,
that, man. That's.
nah, it's
I was
she
honestly surprised you came on and everything. I was kind of.
no
I
no
almost was like, do you wanna delay? And you're like, man, I can't wait. Like, I just need to get my mind off shit. Like, I just need
yeah.
to.
Nah, cause wife, grandma's 96. She's old. Like, like we've been dealing with this for a while with her. We've been fighting with shit. It just sucks because of COVID. She's been in and out of the hospital and shit like that. So like that's been really the hardest thing about everything. And then
Mm.
like just recently everything happened and then she went into the hospital and then with all the restrictions like they were like only two people can see her, so it just got real crazy. And then like we've been together the past couple of days as a family and stuff. And I was like, you know what, bae, here, you can stay with them, you guys enjoy. you know we live 5 minutes away because that was the craziest part as well, because I still had to go to work
Mm-hmm.
because I work in the industry and because we do the testing for the cannabis industry, I was deemed an essential worker. And me and my wife take care of her grandmother, who was 96, and her mother-in-law, who's partially handicapped with a compromised immune system.
Mm-hmm.
And because like again, she runs her business and I still have to go to work, like we were worried and we were like, yo, like we got to move out. So we did the best thing and we moved down the street. So again, like we're 5 minutes away. So I was like, listen, you spend time with your family and I'll come home. I was like, let me go hang out with Adam. Let me get my mind off of stuff. And then whenever you're ready, let me know. or if anything, you could walk home. But like, nah, she's right down the street. So I was like, whenever you're ready, baby, give me a call. But I was like, she was like, no, she's gonna chill, and then they're all chilling, having a good time. And they're Armenian and Lebanese, so they just probably drinking and partying and shit right now, trying to get their mind off of shit. So
Celebrating life.
exactly. And
That's
again, she's 96. Think that she has like 23 like grandkids and great grandkids like all together. So like she lived a long life, man. So
yeah.
nah, it's all Gucci.
Yeah. That's
But yeah,
awesome, man.
yeah,
That-
dude. So
I
that was
hope to live a life like that, man. Like I want to live to like 100 years old or plus. That's what I tell people all the time because they're like, "How old are you?" I'm like 30. They're like, "Oh, getting up there in age." When they're like, 50-year-olds and stuff like that. I was like, "No, I'm not, bro. I'm young as fuck."
word, bro.
I
Like
was
you
like,
see Joe Rogan and like you see all these older dudes now in their 50 and their 60s, and you see how fit they are.
Yep.
It's like as long as you do like you're doing now, you're drinking the teas, you're doing your fasting, you're eating the right way, you're doing your yogas, you're doing mindful stuff. Like if you do all these things while you're young before shit gets bit bad for you, then I think we can live these long lives, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's what it really comes down to. Like it's preparation. Don't expect to live a long motherfucking life eating M&Ms and fast food every motherfucking day. Like it's not happening. I'm sorry. Like even that's why I be cheating myself sometime, but I be telling my wife, I was like, listen, I'm not trying to live to 95, bro. I'm not trying to be all fucked up. You better unplug me. Unless we get the Black Mirror's download, y'all better unplug me, bro.
Black Mirror, that's hilarious. Show's very predictive though. I wonder why. You start school again? Oh, that's what's up, bro. Congrats. What are you going for this time?
Word facts.
And I love Taco Bell, bro. Until you manage to watch it. Yeah. Bro, Courtney has been making, I told you this the other night, she's been making Crunchwrap Supreme. She's made like 4 or 5 now, like 3 dinners and 2 lunches. And I am all about it because it's like healthy. She's using like organic, obviously we don't eat meat, so organic beans and then organic refried beans, sour cream, organic cheese, and then like the tortilla thing, and
That sounds dope.
and it's so much better than a crunch wrap because it's not all the garbage in it. Oh snap! Did Champ talk to you into that shit, huh? You going to Full Sail as well? Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up, bro. I got accepted to Full Sail in 2012 or 11 for their online program, and that was around when I moved to Wyoming and everything, so I just didn't end up doing it. And it would have cost me, I think they told me it was $90,000 at that time. If I remember correctly. I remember it being a ridiculous price that I could not afford. So 7,000. Oh wait, that's not what you pay now. Oh, it's like 63K now. Yeah, I was gonna say it's up there. So it was probably like 40-50K when I was looking at it.
Jesus.
And yeah, I was just like, well,
that's an investment, bro. You could damn. But I mean, no, that my thing is again, it's an investment in self. So if it's gonna push your business that allow you to make more money down the day, like that's what it comes down
hopefully
to.
his military benefits are just paying for most of that because that's deserved.
Again, that's where you go. You did your time. Again, yeah, I
There
agree.
we go.
Word. So again, thank you for your service, sir. Go get your motherfucking degree, bro. Fuck that.
Big facts. That's cool because like you're already really, really, really good at mixing and mastering and audio production. So having a title behind that will look really good. And you'll probably learn a lot too. You'll definitely learn a lot. You know a lot, but you like to learn. So,
And that's
dope.
No, I was gonna say that's the biggest thing I loved. Like when I went to go get my degree,
Hell
it's
yeah.
kind of weird. I was supposed to go to school for business. My mom was like, "Yo, you should go to school for like business management," and I was like, "I don't want to do that shit. Like that's corny. I'm tired of doing I don't want to do nothing cutthroat." And I took like the freshman year intro experience classes, and the first couple of classes I took were like environmental geology classes, and like that shit, I fell in love with that. Like I literally fell in love with it, and like I kid you not, like after taking those couple of classes, I just went balls deep in it, and I was like, yo, this is what I want to do, and it was just something about that shit where like it got to a point like what my degree is an investment in something I'm so passionate about. Like that's what it is. I just wanted more knowledge about it.
Yeah, you got
So I
2
have,
degrees, this
yeah,
mofo.
I have a dual degree in environmental science and geology. And basically, what I want to do, hopefully down the line, um, as an entrepreneur, is I want to figure out ways to provide not only outlets to forgotten about neighborhoods, like art and stuff like that. I want to tackle food deserts, and I want to kind of introduce vertical growing and hydroponic farming into
Mm,
the education systems, and like
yes.
really like, and not even just with the education systems, but like into neighborhoods and make that part of the infrastructures where you're teaching the community to grow good quality organic food, but you teach them how to also cherish it, and realize what goes into all of that stuff, and then you also teach them how now to monetize it. Yes, like with hydroponic farming. Exactly. So
I think he said
using
hydroponic. I don't think he
hydro
knows it. Hydroponic. It's grown with just water, running water.
and now they have it so easy with these vertical
Vertical. Oh my
gardens.
god, yeah.
It's so easy. And they have these big ass tanks and these pods. You can put greenhouses on top of buildings.
Mhm.
So now when you're thinking about it from that way, and we're seeing now just with this one pandemic, the the pressure we can have on, how do I say it, these demands and these goods. And on when you think about certain places that already don't have supermarkets, that don't have access to these foods,
Mhm.
now the best way to combat even this issue and demand is to now teach these people how to grow their own food. And once you kind of make it a part of the community, where now again everybody grows their own food, they can now sell that food, they can make money for the community from selling that food, or they can set it up where there are different pods where different
Yep.
communities grow different things, where they can trade food with each other. These communities can now be self-sustainable, or at least it can combat people in the community who don't have the money and resources and access to this food. And
Mhm.
that's my whole goal, is to kind of have a system that is self-sustainable, that helps the people in the community. And I feel like that's where we have to go, because we're realizing now with the populations that are like, the population is going to keep growing.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like even with birth control, even with what IUDs, all that other bullshit, everything else is happening. Like, yeah, straight up, we're dead ass. We're gonna try to do some Animal Crossing, Farmville type shit. Like, I want to help teach everybody how easy it is to grow, or how easy it, yeah, literally how easy it is to grow food in your house.
Yep.
And if you have basic knowledge of it and you know what you're doing, the best thing is when you see, and that's why I want to teach the kids first, because when you teach the kids and you spark that seed in their mind, and they can
Yep.
understand and they really appreciate it, and they can see how it impacts their environment. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? It does something different for it. Especially people who are city kids like me. I didn't really have that opportunity to play in dirt, and to
Mhm.
grow my own food, and to do the, to even have pets and have a dog, and even to like go outside and certain shit like that. We had to go away to do that.
Yeah.
Why the
There was
fuck
a
you gotta,
park. There was a park that was busy as hell,
yeah, like what the fuck? How you gotta go away to go to the park to enjoy the outside? Like that's fucking crazy. But if you teach kids from a young, that like this is how community should be, this is what nature is, this is, what I'm saying, you also eat this, you help it, what I'm saying, like there's a symbiotic relationship, it means so much more. Yo, bro, and the funny thing is I was the same way with plants and stuff like that. And the thing is, he said the kid was dead within 3.
You're
Stop, you better
stupid for
stop.
that.
They gonna call ACS on us, bro. Oh my god, no. So like that's kind of what I've envisioned in life, and that was me stepping on my pedestal. But
Nah, I love
yeah,
that. I love it because it's so true, dude. Because like that's how it was with me. My dad is a head grower of a nursery. He has been since I was like 5 years old, and I was plugging trays at 5, 6, 7 years old. You know what I mean? Like I got my fingers in the dirt. I understood that this little seed was gonna produce this for these people, and it's just something that clicked in my head. And my dad was like, he was semi brainwashing me. He would just like drive around and be like, "Oh, that plant, that's a hibiscus meniscus. It blooms in this time during this period for this long, and this is the Latin term for it, and this is the genus species." I'm like, "Dad, what the? Why do
But
you know
even
that
then,
about?"
like even those little details, and then when you realize like all that little time and all that little shit, like okay, now there's a bird that benefits from this thing flowering,
Mm-hmm.
in this specific time frame, and it only, you know, um inhabits in a certain range, and this bird can only fly through it while it travels. Like when you think about it from that whole and that whole shit from a whole bigger picture, you realize again, it goes back to like the soul conversation we were having. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
all here for a reason. And the thing is, it's not more to be not to be combative and to fight and to control people, but it's to help everybody around them to find your flow, find your thing, so that you
Mm-hmm.
can continue to contribute to life. Like that's why we're here. You get what I'm saying? But if you get caught up doing the 9 to 5, chasing some other shit, not finding your passion, doing some other shit that drains everything out of you, you get what I'm saying? Then yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's 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 gonna not be what the fuck you want it to be, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta, again, going back to like finding your purpose and doing what makes your soul happy and what makes you feel like you're not just like, I don't know, I haven't had a job in 4 years now, so I'm really happy about that. But
Yeah,
when I would
me
have
too.
jobs that I didn't like, no matter how much money I made, no matter how much praise they gave me, it was just um hmm. I don't think I'm putting people down that work a 9 to 5. For me, it's just not a thing. Everybody's different.
I'm not
Everybody's
gonna.
different.
It's inhumane. Working a 9 to 5, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like I've had a job since I was able to have a job. So I just turned 28. I've had a job since I was 16. I've been working for 12 years, unfortunately, while doing all this shit. And it sucks, bro. It's really, really, it's something about it that's like it's mundane and it hurts, and it's so like it's
Sucking.
soul crushing
Hmm.
that every day you come back to this thing and like you're like fighting with this lever over and over again, bro. And it's like it doesn't, how do I say it? It doesn't do something for you. Like that's the worst thing. Like the reason you do a 9 to 5 is because you got bills to pay. But like when you have a dream and you have a job and you have a passion, you have, like I say, a job, but when you have a passion, you have all these other things, like you have goals, you have
Hmm.
these things, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they make you feel good. And every time you do these things, now you set another goal, you set another thing, you're trying to chase these accolades and get all these things, like, and that's what feel good. But with a job, like after you get certain promotions or you realize like there's a glass ceiling, it gets to a point where it's just like it's just the same shit over and over and over again. And it's like grinding your teeth, man. I don't know.
So everybody's in different positions too, Nick. Like you
That's
have a
true.
family and you own a house and everything. Like for you, like for me, I was able to leave Colorado and go move in with Courtney's, my fiance's in-laws, and start over and work on a business. I was in that position to be able to do such a thing. And I got forced out of my job. I was working a job. I got let go. Like they let me go. I was fortunate enough to get unemployment for like 6 months after that. But I took all that unemployment and I was like, hey, we're gonna be broke for a while because I'm gonna invest this into my business. And it was just like it's an extreme sacrifice that we had to make, but we're fortunate enough to be able to make that thing. Where he is in a position where he owns his own house, and usually the bills are 75 to 85% of the income, you know what I mean? Like that's how it is for most people, especially when you have a house and cars and a family, like it gets expensive, and I completely understand. And I do think that you are, personally, as your friend, Cash, I feel like you're coming closer to whatever it is that's going to make you tick, that thing. And I do think, personally, from somebody that's known you for most of your fucking life, that instructing and teaching has always been something that you've been extremely good at. And while you're a wise ass, you're patient about it. And I do think that that's part of one of the things that makes you tick, and maybe eventually being a music instructor is something, maybe. You just never know. Like, it seems like, we all of us kind of hop back in to making music after not making music for so long, but you took it to a different fucking level. Like, you released, my man right here he released an album with some of our homies in July of last year. Then we all released an album together in October, another album together in November. He released a solo album in December. He's releasing another solo album this month. And then he has like a 65 beat pack that he has almost done that he's going to release for people to use. So, and now apparently he's going back to fucking school for music. So, while I'm back active in music, I finished one album in that time. Like, it's a different level of making music, and I could understand why you feel burnt out from it when you do it that much. But I don't know. This is why I don't know. I annoy him all the time. I bet with like how much I send him. Like, does this sound good? Does this sound good? Does this sound good? Does this sound good? But like when he has the time for it to like listen and breaks it down and gives me the advice, it's like perfect. And then I do it, and it's like, there it is. That's what I was missing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I do feel like that. One of your purposes, Cash, is definitely to teach. Yeah. For sure. And. Yeah. That's in a lot of us, for sure. A lot of people don't think that. Good hot take. Hate people though.
But I think that's like, it goes back to what we said earlier. Like, everybody, when you get in that position, you got to give back somehow. He said, "I want to go back."
No, you do not. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here, bro. They got blackouts over there right now. You do not want to go over there, bro.
Yeah, he's like, damn, shit's looking like Afghanistan over here. Fucking shit's getting lit on fire and blown up, and Jesus Christ, this past year has just been intense for like as a country and as a people. He said, "Don't knock it till you try it." The desert, mixed with war just doesn't sound good.
Dude, fuck that. Them spiders, those fucking big ass spiders that they got, bro. They look like a fucking dog. Nah, bro. You bugging. I see one of those things, I'm shooting myself in the foot and I'm going home. Fuck you talking about?
You said camel spiders. Fuck them. Are they the size of camels?
Dude, fuck out of here. Sucking on the camels at night. Fuck. Nah, bro. We're not doing that. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's where he wants to be right now. Not in the comfort of his perfectly climate controlled home with a comfortable bed and all the musical equipment he needs. He wants to be surrounded by camel dick spiders. Like,
fuck out of here, bro. I respect it, bro. Thank you, because without you, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. But no, I think you should chill for a little bit. Let somebody else do that shit.
Facts. You're too old now. You're too old and fat for that shit, bro. Calm down.
But fuck that. Let somebody else do that shit.
I'm just kidding. You lost mad weight. You look great, bro. You do look great. Stop calling yourself fat, because you ain't fat no more. Hey. Damn, bro. Damn, it's already been an hour and a half. Jesus. Jesus. That was a fun hour and a half, bro.
Dude, no, I love this shit, dude. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's another thing. Like, since I've like started doing this stuff, like, I really do, like, I enjoy this a lot, man. Honestly, like, it's really fun.
Thank you, Cash.
I love talking to people. Thank you, man. I love talking to people and just hearing other people's opinions. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the most annoying thing, that in 2020, when all we had was time to sit and talk and communicate, niggas been fighting, bro. We've been fighting nonstop. That's all we do is fight, and I'm just tired of it. I'm at a point where I just want people to hug. Let's hug. Let's kiss. And the thing is, we can't, because we got a social distance. So, like, when you think about all the bullshit, they could just get over it. We can't do any of it. And it's just like, it's upsetting. But at the end of the day, like, the frustration is felt by everyone. Like, that's the biggest thing. But like, this too shall pass, and we'll get through it. We'll laugh. We'll beat all this bullshit. We'll get our vaccines, and we'll keep going, bro.
Yo, can I show you what I bought today?
Uh-oh, what'd you buy? What'd you buy? You laughing? Oh God! No, you did. You better stop, bro.
So it's a mess.
Yeah, the Karens are gonna fuck you up, yo. See, that's the shit. You're trying to make somebody get mad at you.
Look, it says technically it's a mask. It covers your face.
Oh my god. You better stop,
Hold on,
bro.
what was their tagline? Hold on.
He said I got the same thing in underwear.
Much
You a
like all
freak.
other cloth face masks, this mask does nothing at all, but it gets you into the stores.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Cash got the same thing in underwear. Perfect.
Yo, so what do we do if we find out that this shit is all fake, bro?
So I think COVID's real. You know,
Oh, we know
COVID's
that.
for sure real. But
I
I
mean,
think
but only 1%, not even less than 1% of the fucking world died from it, bro.
yep. Even when you look at, if you compare, like, so I was looking at India's population, right? India's got a much healthier population than us because they have turmeric in basically everything that they fucking eat. And
Yes,
turmeric
sir.
is a fantastic anti-inflammatory, and because you know inflammation is the enemy. Inflammation in your brain can cause PTSD, and bringing
That and
that
stress.
down.
That and stress is the two number one killers of everything, bro. That's how
Yep.
that's what's killing everybody.
Yep, there's actually the doctor I was listening to about the quercetin was saying that stress can actually cause inflammation of the brain as well, so which can lead to PTSD and things like
Exactly.
that. It's all like tied together, and he's like, so he's working with veterans that have had blast injuries, traumatic brain injuries from blasts, and because of that, like some of them can't get their dick hard, some of them like are really having bad PTSD episodes, can't sleep at night, and with using the combination of I think it was like testosterone, zinc, the quercetin, and a couple other things. He had a couple words that I didn't know what they were. I looked up the quercetin and bought it immediately. I was like, yes, that. But he was saying he had somebody on with him on the podcast, one of the veterans he worked with, that his PTSD episodes went away because Rogan was trying to say like, well, you know, can you really say? Because he was like, PTSD is not really what they say it is, and he was like, well, you
Hmm.
know, it is because you have guys that can go to war and not have nightmares. And then the guy that went to war and had the PTSD nightmares and then doesn't have them anymore due to the treatment said, "Well, how do you explain people like me then?"
Yeah.
You know, like I came back from the war and I was fucked up and he figured out that it was inflammation in my brain, turned down the inflammation in my brain and my PTSD is gone.
God. That's
And
fucking crazy,
And I think he
bro.
had something like 86 studies or 68 studies, something like that, like a lot of studies of different veterans that he's worked with. And the FDA keeps shutting him down. They actually, one of the amino chain acids maybe that he was working with that is part of the treatment is banned from the FDA now all of a
This is
sudden.
like that Dr. Sebi shit. Again,
Yep.
inflammation, mucus, stress, all these things lead to other chronic disease and other issues. And that's the shit that kills us. And that's the thing. And that's the shit that sucks. Is like everything around us, unfortunately, contributes to these things.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to find the time in your life or make sure, again, you're being mindful all the time of all the things to kind of combat these things, dude. Because this shit is crazy. Like, and that's the craziest thing as well. Like right now, like it's like cyber warfare almost. Like, like with social media, with the news and everything else, like they're manipulating the
Mm-hmm.
the temperature of everything. How everybody's feeling things just a little bit more because their timeline is skewed just a little bit more fucked up. And
Yep.
then, like, because of like shit with the social dilemma, and we see how they monetize and they do things and how they curate their algorithms, like it's just not healthy and it's not good for our communities, as a whole,
Yep.
if we're not communicating more face to face, if we're only relying on these other outlets and shit like that.
And they're
So it's
censoring. And
yeah,
the funny thing is, like, these people are really trying to tell me, oh, this is a private company. They can do all the censoring they want. And
oh, I'll send you to the right doctor. Tell him I got some doctors he could go to.
facts. We know in accredited doctors, real doctors, Nick. Like these, yeah, that's pretty
There's
easy
some,
to
there's some.
do.
You gotta. The thing is, don't look at any real like I can't say there is research that is being done in the United States, but if you want to look at really good, credible like research that's funded, you're gonna have to look at stuff across seas and to see how cannabis has been used to help in like a whole bunch of other different ways.
See, that's his tough part, going to a VA doc. You know, they're
And
never gonna.
and that's the biggest issue I know, and that's another problem that like. See, and that's the shit. Like even one of my friends,
prescribing Robitussin.
one of my newest coworkers, who just started working at the lab, she's a Navy veteran as well. So again, it's the same exact thing where like she could lose her benefits, you know, if she consumes cannabis or, you know, is affiliated with the use of cannabis. But it's things of that nature where this is what's helping her deal with the things that she's dealt with and she's experienced while she was going through these things, you know. And it's one of those things where if people have traumatic things that this is what's helping them overcome it, why not allow them to explore this medicine? Like that's what's not fair. You'd rather give me Robitussin, codeine, all these other things that get me fucked up and get me addicted. And you get what I'm saying? I could lose my job possibly or overdose on myself from doing it. Or you could let me smoke a joint and I'm gonna get high, eat some munchies, and go to sleep.
Yep.
Like I don't understand.
What is it? What is the number? Is it 38? Is that the number of veterans that we lose a day to suicide? Is that what it is? It's something fucking crazy like that. What is the number? 22. 22. Yep. I knew it was something crazy high. That's very sad. You know, it's like let veterans use cannabis to help them or keep losing 22 people that served our country a day.
And my thing is like, and the thing is like, it goes back to before where like, if they're not going to use the cannabis, they're going to use other drugs or other things. Or again, they're still going to be out on the street. So it's one of those things like, why not allow people to do something that is going to help them and it's going to give them a positive benefit and a positive, I should say, outlook on life. You know, like that's what it comes down to. Like that's one thing my experience with cannabis has helped me with my depression. Like I've had issues with, everybody goes through that weird, you know, teenage, suicide, I want to kill myself, I hate my life, you know, that fake little bullshit real quick. But like again, like cannabis actually helped me like realize and explore like really deep down with myself and understand like what was wrong with me. And I think that's what could help a lot of people overcome a lot of things, you know, and not get addicted, you know, and substance abuse and on something else. You know, because once you keep drinking alcohol and you get stuck on the bottle and you get stuck down that hole, like a lot of us know, there is no help with there's no good thing that comes from doing something like that. Right. You know, like that's the bad part. You know, like you're hurting yourself.
Every time I drink, I'm like, well, this is bad for me.
Even the next day, like come on, bro, you're throwing up. You can't eat, you can't sleep. You can't lay down. Like that's not good. You get what I'm saying? And that's supposed to help you feel better about yourself. No, that's
it's
not
like taking happiness from the next day.
You know, but it's like, you know, at least with cannabis, it's one of those things like it could really help you. Like again, you find the strain, you find the dosage, you can find again, it could be a vape, it could be an edible. Like there again now, which is really amazing. Before it was only really fucking joints and shit like that. But now, how much people have used concentrates and butters and infused products, you can try cannabis any fucking way that you really want now. And once you find that thing that allows you to have a good experience with cannabis, I feel like it really changes people's perspective on it.
Yep.
You know, like even my mother-in-law, dude, when I first moved to Massachusetts, I needed to smoke and I was living with my mother-in-law and like I had to hide the fact that I was smoking weed in the house because I was like, yo, bro, she's gonna kick me out. And then eventually like she smelled me and she didn't say nothing. And like I was wondering why she didn't say anything. And then one night, right, she goes, Philip, why don't I smell your stuff? And I was like, what are you talking about, Mom? She goes, go do your stuff. I need you to do your stuff so I can go to sleep. So I'm like, oh shit. So we laugh about it. And then the next morning she's like, yeah, every time you do your stuff, like I can sleep so much better. So yeah, don't worry about it. Just don't blow all of it in my room, but just blow a little bit that way. So we get her little CBD like gummies and things like that. Like, I got her one pack of CBD gummies, bro. And I swear to God, she's had that one pack for 2 years. She's that scared. She's like, am I going to get high when I eat this? And I'm like, no, you're not gonna get high. Are you sure? I'm going to get high. Is that like your stuff you be smoking in the room? And I'm like, no, mom. She's like, yes, it is. I don't want it. And then because because of like now with COVID, sometimes she gets delays with her medicine and stuff in the mail. So I'm like, listen, just take one of the CBDs on a day when you don't have your medicine, or you're like, you're getting low on your dosage, and it should help mitigate with your inflammation and stuff like that. And it's helped her a lot. It's helped her tremendously. And that's the thing, is like how all the little freaky people used to say back in high school, don't you got to try it, you don't know if you're gonna like it unless you try it. I'm sorry, but you gotta try it. You don't know if you're gonna like it, dude. You don't know.
To an extent, like psychedelics, okay. Heroin, don't do it. Like, don't mess, not even once. There's some things you can't do. There's just they're gonna ruin your life forever.
Like, dude, I tried coke once, and I have a big nose. My nose is so big you could put 2 peanut M&Ms in one nostril. Okay, that's how big my nose is. I'm telling you now. And I did coke once.
Why do you know this? You've tried it?
Yeah, I'm telling you because I did it the day I was high on coke.
Jesus Christ, man.
And I realized, I was like, I don't need to be doing this drug. I was like, this drug ruins
before I
life.
Put it up, but ridiculous, dude. Yeah, my eyes don't get like low and squinty unless I'm like dabbing hard body for hours, and then they're like.
It's like even me now. I'm only stoned now because I've been crying all day and I'm tired.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh.
I'm not, and like I'm down to like my shake. My guy's hitting me. I'm hitting my guy up tomorrow.
Dude, me too. I'm in the same boat as you. Literally, I got little crumbs in the jar.
Yep.
And I gotta go into the stash, but I'm poor right now, and I gotta figure out all this other stuff with the family. So I'm like, listen, I might have to smoke some catnip a couple of days. Go back to some '90s shit. I don't know.
Smoke some spice real quick.
Word, bro. Get some K2, bro.
That's
fuck out of here. I might have to call you on Instagram, like, yo, bro, I'm bugging right now. Come get me. I might eat my cat.
My cat lunged at me, so I ate it. That's
shit.
fucking hilarious, dude. That's funny, bro. Dude, I definitely got to come on your show because I want to talk like more conspiracy-minded stuff with you, and so we definitely got to schedule that.
Yes, please, dude. I appreciate you making the time for me, dude. I love this, man. I love watching your show. Keep doing your shit, man. I'm excited to hear the album. Also, I want to hear Cash's shit too, so I'm gonna have to bother you guys with all his stuff too.
Yeah,
definitely got to support everybody. That's what it goes up to right now. Good luck, Cash. Keep pursuing your shit. Adam, you too, man. I'm hyped that you're doing your thing, man. I'm excited to see what's going to come from the next business adventure, dude. And that's what it comes down to. It's just, it's learning, that's the biggest thing. It's falling, getting back up and learning from the mistakes. That's what it comes down to.
She's a little late with the big nose jokes, but bro's nose is larger than the U.S. debt. You're stupid.
Facts. Oh, bro, dude, don't even get mad.
Thank you.
I'm from New York City, bro. I got thick ass skin, bro. That's one thing. Like, if I called my mother right now, my mother would be cursing me out, like, "Oh, you bitch ass, blah blah blah."
What the fuck you want? Why are you calling me at 10:30 at night?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, bro, I saw good. No offense taken at all.
That's hilarious. Yeah, we've been like roasting each other all podcasts. It's been that's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I definitely want you to come on because I want you to talk to wifey and stuff because that's all we do too. Is like I be throwing some crazy ass conspiracies out. She'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?" I'd be
There's some wild ones out there. I had one of my friends. I was like, because I put up something about like everything going on. And he's like, yeah, and the earth is flat. I was like, come on, bro. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, don't try to tell me I'm stupid because that's what you're trying to tell me. I'm like the earth ain't flat. Although, I do maybe think that it's more rock-shaped than perfect circular shaped.
Real quick, do you think there's a dome?
No.
No?
I don't know.
Let me ask you this then. So I got another question. Do you think we ever went through the Van Halen radiation belt?
I don't. I 100% think that the footage, at least, of the moon landing is fake. And if the footage is fake, why?
See, I'm in the same boat. I think they're in some lower part of our atmosphere that's not necessarily completely into space. That's what I really do believe.
Well, that's where the space station is. It's before the Van Allen belt. So
Exactly. And that's what kind of concerns me. It's like, so you guys, y'all know y'all can't go past there. Like that's the thing where it's like, okay, like you said. So if y'all know y'all can't go past there, that means the moon shit is fake. It has to be fake. I mean, well,
a,
I
a,
mean,
a dome kind of sounds crazy, but I've been juggling the idea of we are told what the earth is by the people that run the earth, which is like all the big rich trillionaires and everything, not even the Bill Gates and Trumps, the people above them.
the ones who
And
don't know.
so what if there's just parts of the world they don't let us go to or we don't know about?
I don't disagree with that because my thing is you get in a plane and they drive you there. You get what I'm saying? And like you're so high up and it's so different, like you don't necessarily know where you're going,
Well,
like
there's no plane routes over Antarctica.
that too. And then you also look at the Mercator projection and you look at the way they distorted the map. So you also know that the body masses and all that are actually bigger than
Yep.
what they may seem. So it's also one of those things where like your whole understanding of the world has been controlled and manipulated by some people who want you to believe some shit that obviously is constructed. Like this is
Yep.
some real matrix shit, bro. Like, and that's the craziest part about it, where like, and that's what's really cool. Like, and I tell people, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm a conspiracy realist. Because when you sit down and you really go down the rabbit hole and you look, not just listen and you do the clickbait, but you do the research and you do all these things. And like now, like we're seeing with them doing the disclosure, they
Mm-hmm.
got the motherfucking technology. They
Yep.
got Space Force shit. They got these motherfucking radar beams and all the shit we see in Call of Duty and all that shit. Like, if we're playing it in a video game, you think they not what do you think they spending their $1 billion Black Ops fucking budgets on? Like, come
Mm-hmm.
on, y'all. Like,
And like the whole education system was built off a system from Prussia that was known to get its people to fall more in line if they were able to indoctrinate them through schooling.
so, and that's another thing where it's just like there's so many there's layers and layers. Like this is a fucked up cake right now. Like, like that's what it is. This is an unbaked cake. And like people are starting to realize and they're getting sick from it. Like
Yep.
that's what it really comes down to. But yeah, we can talk about this shit all day. That's the factual part about it, where like when you really start going down about it. He said, I heard cake. You better stop, bro. I only got cookies. I ain't even got no cake right now.
Oh man, we got cupcakes. So I don't even have like birthday cake for my daughter's thing. So like, damn, I shouldn't have it anyways. I gotta be better about that shit. I had mad sweets today. I don't need more.
Man, you look good though. You fine.
Hell yeah. I just lost my train of thought. I was about to say something. Oh, yeah, before we get going, I want to give you an opportunity to plug out any links or anything you want to plug out, any usernames to follow, anything like that.
All right. So I'll give you my quick spiel. You can follow my wife's pottery account at Pudgy Productions on Instagram. You can find me at that ninja Puffie on Instagram as well. Those are both our personal accounts. You can also check out our website, pudgyproductions.com, where you can see all of our latest episodes of the podcast, some of the swag and merch that we make for the podcast, a lot of wifey's ceramics, and you can also sign up to be a part of our newsletter to hear about all the amazing shit that we're doing as well. We also
Yeah.
have the Dope Thougts podcast that we do, that we release weekly episodes on Mondays where we go over random recent topics, plan things. It's just a husband and wife podcast where me and my wife, we get high. Sometimes we have our friends come on and we just shoot the shit, really. Same thing like we're doing right now. We just catch up on random events and, it gives us an opportunity to bond, more as a couple, honestly. And I think really and then our YouTube, Pudgy Productions, again on YouTube. And if you guys check all that stuff out, you guys will hear about Patreon, other stuff, events, things of that nature. And hopefully I will have the opportunity to come back on here to
Hell
hang
yeah.
out with you guys. Because I love Adam, dude. Like you're the shit, dude. And like we've been meaning to link up for a while, and like COVID stopped some shit, dude. And I'm glad we were able to do this. Like it still feels good to
Yeah.
connect like this. But I can't wait till after COVID where we can actually sit all together, chill, smoke, joke, laugh, like make it a good time. Like it'd be a whole event.
I
So
know. I miss panels. I miss speaking on panels and shit like that. It's been rough, but it's starting to come back. I'm seeing people having events and whatnot, and it's easier to do it safely these days. And once you do things for a little while, you get used to it and start to adapt and overcome it. So that's what I think we're all doing. And yeah, I'll definitely have you back on the show. I'm booked out till March at this point, but I'll have to get you back on in March or April, and see what's going on. Updates from Pudgy Productions and everything.
yeah.
As usual, if you are listening or watching, make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening or watching from. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good vibes to you. Peace out.